All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, back for another video. In this video, I'll cover a quick update on Bitcoin, and then I'm going to go into some altcoins here. Just real quick, want to announce again that I have partnered with MEXC, and they did start a new campaign for me and for anyone that signs up under my affiliate link. If you deposit $100 of USDT, you'll get $20 free to trade. That's a 20% bonus on your deposit. That's really great. And then depending on how much futures you trade, you can earn up to another $300 for that. So if you want to help support the channel, this is a way to support the channel. I just want to say I appreciate you all, whether you support or not. I appreciate you viewing and I appreciate you subscribing. So thank you for that. Let's go into Bitcoin here real quick. Bitcoin is still looking pretty strong since I made a video a couple hours ago. Let's go into the 5-minute. Looks like we're just starting to form a range here, you guys. And we could do a fixed range volume profile. This is kind of our range that we're trading, this area here. So we can just look. I still think we can come up to this high here to actually touch that more macro golden pocket in the 886. It's also the top of the pitchfork band. Once we get up there, we're going to have to see how the reaction occurs and then make decisions from there. Now, I'll probably be asleep when this happens, so I might miss a trade or two, but that's okay. You don't get them all. Right now, locally, I do see Bitcoin is showing bullish divs on the 5-minute, lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the momentum indicator. So even low time frames, Bitcoin is still showing some relative strength here in this range. Let's go to my other chart here. Now, I got a comment about my charts and how they're messy, and I understand you guys when I'm doing all this TA together and trying to find a bunch of confluences, the chart is going to get really messy because I'm leaving everything on the chart all at once to try to find the confluence, and I'll do a better job of, once I find those confluences, the boxes, I'll get rid of some of the slop and the mess on there, and I'll try to clean them up so you guys have a more clear picture, a more clear view of what we're looking at. Pretty much Bitcoin is going to be the same as I described in the video. So our purple box above us, which is the golden pocket from the 108.4 highs all the way down to 89K lows. That's also our 886. It's just going to be right up above us. It's the top of our pitchfork as well. We could make one more move up into this area here, 101.2 to 101.4. And then our main, I guess I would call resistance above us is the 104 area. We've got a monthly pivot point there, the macro 786, and a daily naked point of control up there. All right. So let's look at this here. The swing failure pattern of the high at 102.8 is also going to be important, but you're only going to take that trade if it confirms the swing fail pattern. So if it wicks above, closes the body of the candle at or below that area, that's when you're going to go ahead and look for the short on that. And then you would put your stop above the wick that was created. To the downside, we do have this first purple box of support here, which is our golden pocket of the big last 2-hour move. So from this low to the high that was created, it's our golden pocket. And then from the smaller move right here at the start of the day, right before CPI pump, to the high, it's our 786. We also have our anchored VWAP right in there as well. And I believe there was something else there. Let's see here. Let me click on that. Nothing there. Yeah, that, and then it's our prior highs. That's right. That's our prior highs right in there. So oftentimes when you break key highs like this, you'll come back down to try to test them as support, to flip them to support and continue higher. We should have, let's check real quick here. We'll look at naked daily points of control. No, that was tapped there, so that's good. Okay, and then, yeah, we do have that naked daily point of control up at the top of this box, right above the golden pocket and the 886 area. So this box here, this purple box, is going to be this whole area right here. And we will do naked daily POC. Golden pocket, 886. and monthly pivot. Okay. No, monthly pivot was up. No, the monthly pivot was up there. All right, and now 95 300, the swing failure pattern into our daily would be pretty nice. That's not a super important level I'm watching. Let's actually do one more Fibonacci pull from the lows that were created today to the highs. And let's look at our golden pocket. And then the 0.5 is in the middle of those. So remember, this 0.5 is also where that pitchfork midline is here. So I do think that that's a crucial area of support. The thing is, you guys, I'm putting a lot of levels of support to the downside. If Bitcoin is going to remain super bullish, we're going to bounce from our local supports right away. But you got to be careful, because if Bitcoin really starts to see a bigger correction to the downside, we could blast through these really easily. So you're only going to want to take these trades, these longs here, if you're seeing proper confirmation on your oscillator, like bull divs on like the 12-minute, 15-minute, 6-minute, money flow still rising. And then you want to look at your higher time frames to make sure they're not topping out and money flow's not leaving on those. But I do like this area here between the 0.5 and the daily here. And a swing failure pattern into the 0.5 and the daily would be nice. So let's do this. SFP into 0.5 and then daily. All right, so that's a level to be watching. Now that I've got those there, I'm going to hide some of this stuff to clean up the chart so it looks a little bit better for you guys. Let me turn off this indicator here. All right, I'm going to leave the value area high on the chart right now, because that's a pretty important value area high that we're messing around with right now. Let's see, did I do this one? This one is GP / 786 prior. And then this one was the SFP here of those lows. Let's see. Did we have a daily level there? No. Our major support level down here still, I would still, it's highly unlikely we come back down there, but I'm going to leave it on the chart. It is a naked daily point of control in a 786. Oh, I believe this was our range value area high. So if we come here and we turn on this here, okay, that's not that one. Let's turn on this one here. Yeah, okay. So this area here also is going to be our value area high as well. So actually, this box of support is pretty strong here. We've got a lot in here. This one here. Well, that would be the 786 into the swing failure pattern there. I would say this one, I'm going to hide this one for now. I know that 97.5. I like these two better, to be honest with you. I think that was our 382, our macro 382. Let's do that pull again. Here we go. 382, strong trend. Yeah, that was our the SFP into our 382. So let's see, where was that? Here. Oh, I already got it marked out. Okay. Let's see if I can make the text smaller so that it will show up. Yeah. All right. 382 SFP there. Now we'll go ahead and hide this fib. All right, so those are the levels to the downside, you guys. Now to the upside, we still have that naked daily point of control, GP 886, and then this is the real big one up here. This was our naked daily point of control. It was a monthly pivot. Let's see, what else was it? I'm going to actually not do spaces so that we can get more in there. 786 was up there, 786. All right. All right, so that's there. That's kind of it for Bitcoin. I went over a little bit of it earlier in the day. Let's check our liquidation chart real quick. Let's go to our Model 2. All right, so locally, we do have that, yeah, that 98, that first kind of box here, right here. It's actually a little bit above that box, but we want to come through all this liquidity. So the bottom of this liquidity is right in that box, 97.7. Yeah. So that's right in here, okay? So that would take out all that liquidity. Our value area highs here, so we should be looking for that bounce around this box area here. All right, that's it for Bitcoin here. I'm just going to check CVD real quick to see what it's doing. Okay. So we are making higher lows in price action through this range and lower lows in the CVD, but our OI is also going down. So we are seeing some bullish CVD, but it's more of exhaustion rather than absorption. Not really tradable, or it can lead to more false signals. So just be careful with that. All right, let's go to Ethereum here. Ethereum. So we did reject from our purple box. Now, the first level of support that I'm watching is these prior highs. You can see they were prior highs around this area for multiple times, and it's also our bigger range point of control. So let me zoom out here onto the 4-hour chart. So it's the point of control of really our whole big daily range from November 11th to present day. That is going to be our first area of support to be looking for it to hold. Now I am going to get rid of this purple box here because we've already hit into it, and I'm going to get rid of this golden pocket. Actually, I'm going to change that golden pocket to the 786. Okay, that's the one we already got on there, so let's get rid of this. We've got this 786 here. We do have another naked daily point of control here. That's also our value area high. So let's click on this box here. This is our naked daily POC, value area high, 786, pitchfork band. We've got this is a really nice resistance here. Okay, and then let's actually look at our monthly pivot points here. Ooh, dang, we front ran that. But that pitchfork really worked. The only one I would consider is this R1 next to this naked daily point of control here. All right, to the downside here. Now, actually, that's our first resistance now that if we do hold where we're at now and continue pumping higher. And then let's look at one more bigger fib pull. So we'll do the big fib pull from this high here down to the lows. All right, look at that. Naked daily point of control at 38.55 also has our 786 right on it. So that is going to be a really, really important area. Bitcoin has something very similar to that at 104. And then I think our golden pocket is going to be in alignment with our prior highs. Okay, yeah, it's there, but I would All right, that's kind of tough one because when we get to that golden pocket, we might wick past it to take this liquidity here. We do have some fair value gaps. Let's look at those. Yeah, our fair value gap right above our highs here. Dang. We do have the big fair value gap that would fill at the top of this purple box, so that's good. To the downside, our major support is still just below us. All right, so I'm just going to leave these two resistances on. If we break those, then we're probably coming for the pitchfork midline up here again. And that could be like the SFP of these highs would be kind of far away from that by then. We could do one more smaller range of just this kind of sideways range we got going on here. So we are rejecting from value area high, which was also our golden pocket, and I had the purple box there. That was part of the purple box. But our point of control is the same as the bigger range point of control. So this level here is really going to be an important if we're going to remain bullish to hold this and continue higher. So I guess I can, even though we're hitting into that right now, we can make this a box real quick here. Something like this here. And you know what? I'll make these green support boxes. Okay, so POC, prior highs. Let's see what else was there. Now, I do believe if we do the golden pocket pull from the last 4-hour low to the high, our 0.5 is there. Yep, okay. .5 is often a correction target. So that's why I am doing that. I know with the fib levels, it's like, oh wait, sometimes use 382, sometimes use 0.5, sometimes use golden pocket, sometimes use 786. How do you know which one? You have to look at the trend. If the trend is a super strong trend, then the 382 is often a common bounce area between the 382 and the 0.5. Now, after an impulse, you'll often see a correction, and the correction can end at the 0.5. It's a very common target. If it looks like the end of a big impulse and we're going to retrace to a bigger retrace, then you want to look for the golden pocket to 786 area. And then, of course, if we hit the 886, we might see a bounce, but eventually you're going to come take the lows that 886 bounce from or highs. Okay, so this is the bigger fib pull. So we do have our value area low and 0.5 here. Low. And that's the bigger 0.5, the full pull from the lows to the highs that we just created today. We do also have the liquidity grab there too, the SFP into that. So let's add that. And a naked daily point of control. All right, so that's a nice box of support there. If we don't hold the one we're at now, and this box that I marked out here, we're pretty much testing it as we speak. So if it doesn't hold, we'll look at that in a second to see if it looks like it's going to hold or not. Let's go to the daily chart and let's look at daily levels. So we do have this new daily here. That's a daily. That daily is probably going to align with our golden pocket. And then we have our daily up here with our bigger golden pocket. Dang, okay. So I'm going to actually mark another box up here. Daily into golden pocket here. Let's make these purple. Now I can hide this golden pocket. I'm going to hide the daily now. I'm going to hide this NPOC here. Let's see, can I get this to show up? But let's drag that back up to that. Okay, so we want to put that like there. Can I make this up? Okay, that's about as small as I can make it there. I will hide. So this 786 is from this high to this low here. I'm going to hide that now. And I'm also going to hide our naked daily point of control there. Oop, wrong one. Pitchfork bands up there too. Now I'm going to hide this 0.5, get it out of the way, clean up the chart. Hide this one. Hide the prior highs. All right. Let's do that. Let's zoom back in. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. And let's do one more fib pull from the lows to the highs here. Let's look at our golden pocket because it's, right around the daily. Okay, so we're going to do another box here. I'm just going to include the 0.65. Actually, we'll do all of it. It was right about there. looks like so far this is holding. And then our big one, of course, our really big major support area. I think I've got that marked out. Yeah, major support area here. We've got a lot of confluence in this box here. Let's see. Is that this one? Yeah, okay, so that's our major support area. Now, we already did bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork, so we might not make it down there. That might be the low, just like with Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of front ran that 1-to-1 ABC correction target, the most common correction target, and then it also didn't get quite, or it bounced from a key level. We're also bouncing here from a key level, so let's hide this now, and let's hide this range here. Oh, this is also, yeah, I think I marked that out. Zoom in here onto the 30-minute chart. Okay, let's look at this area that we're at now, this box. So we're bouncing from it. 30-minute is nothing there. Okay, 5-minute chart. No bull divs like Bitcoin had bull divs. We did not have any bull divs here. We are getting a green dot on the 15, but I don't like that money flow. What we could do on this, actually on Ethereum, is bounce from where we're at now, come up to this here, and then continue down. This is the pitchfork band, the bottom of the pitchfork band. And that's why I did have a purple box up in this area, because it was the golden pocket and the pitchfork band. It was also a value area high up there. So that was on the chart from a couple days ago, and that's where we are rejecting from. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time on all these coins just because I got a lot to go through. So that's what I would talk about. That's Ethereum there. The next one I'm going to go through is XRP real quick. I got to show you guys this because XRP has been pumping like crazy, but I pulled well, let me zoom out first here. Let me get rid of some of this stuff here. And I want to zoom out and show you guys a couple things here because last time I mapped out XRP, I talked about this kind of sort of bull flag descending channel that we've been in. We kind of been chopping towards the top here. We can't. I did have a box of support here. I deleted it. It was our local golden pocket area, and then what happened is we broke out of it, back tested it and the anchor VWAP, and then once we held it as support, we exploded to the upside. So what we can do now is now that we've exploded to the upside, we've taken this high here. We did see a low time frame SFP of that high, so that was this earlier today. We SFP'd right here and then saw quite a good drop here. That was good for a scalp for sure. But our prior highs held. You can see that we were just really bullish throughout the day. So when we did have the SFP, we came to our prior highs. They pretty much held as support. We kept pumping. So bullish market structure stayed intact. Now, what I did earlier, and I posted this in Discord the second we rejected from it, I looked at this structure here, and I was like, okay, so I zoomed out to the 4-hour time frame. And I was trying to look for a smaller time frame pitchfork to look off of. So this was a key level, key low down here, this high here down to this low. That was kind of this first wave, for one wave, wave two of the correction, and then we're seeing an explosive third wave to the upside. So oftentimes in an Elliott impulse, these explosive waves, you'll bust. So you can put a pitchfork from the low of wave one to the high of wave one to the low of wave two. And check this out. Like, so if I zoom in here on this pitchfork, you can see just how nice it's been respected. The band was holding us for a while here. Then once we reclaimed the bottom of it, it held us. We rejected from the band here, kind of chopped around right below it for a while. Consolidation below resistance is actually bullish, contrary to popular opinion. You busted up, front ran the midline a little bit here and here, but we did kind of reject from that midline area, came down, held the band as support this time, pumped up, and then we got straight up today. We just saw some really aggressive pumps on XRP. We came to the top of the upper band of the pitchfork and we rejected. We came down on the rejection. We had a real, this is actually, this happened while I was making the last video. And we bounced from, so I shorted the top of this band here actually, and I had a TP set exactly at $3, and we dropped to like even below that. So that was nice. And then now you can see the midline is kind of holding as a support now. But on these explosive third waves to the upside, I showed you guys this this correction here was like wave 2, and we could be in a wave 3. Our wave 3 could pump us to the top of this pitchfork band, or the top of the pitchfork, really easy, 338 or higher. And so let's actually zoom out on this. Let's go to the 1 hour chart, and let's actually, not 1 hour, let's go to the 4 hour chart. And let's look at this here. So if we do a trend-based Fibonacci extinction from the low of wave 1 to the high to the low, not that there, just to this area here. And let's turn on our 1.618, because that's often a target for a third wave. Okay, so actually we did hit the 1.618, so we might see some resistance from the top of this band here, because it was also our 1.618. If we do end our third wave at this 1.618, we might be, let's see here. So if we did that, let's look at this. I would be doing a Fibonacci pull from this low to this high here. And let's look at the 382. All right, so the 382 does align. Now I'm going to get rid of this trend-based Fibonacci extinction here. Real quick, let's look at the 2 level to see if it aligns with the top of the band. Yeah, okay, so that 2 level, if we continue the pump up to the top of the band, it's also aligning with our 2-to-1 fib extinction level. So I do think that like 348 to 338 was a area, depending on how fast we get to it, but probably 345 to 348 is the level we're going to be watching for this third wave to possibly end. If it's, because right now we did hit into the 1.618, but it's still looking kind of strong here. No bear divs on the 4 hour. 2 hour, 2 hour, we are seeing bear divs here. So from here to here, it's a bear div, higher highs here, and then even locally here, higher highs here, lower highs here. So actually, we might get a bigger pullback from this 1.618 touch. Okay, let's zoom back out onto the 4 hour chart. Let's do this 3-8 pull from the bottom here. Okay, I do see this right away. So our last naked daily point of control is right next to that 382. And it could be the bottom of the pitchfork depending on time. So pitchfork 382, and then naked daily point of control. I'm not going to be looking too much down here, you guys, because if this is a 5-wave impulse, then we expect our 4th wave to be a smaller correction wave, and then one more impulse to the upside. So actually, what we could do is we could end our 5th wave of the impulse at the top of that pitchfork. If we are going to see a retracement from here, we can end the 5th wave. We could win the 5th wave up here. But you can see at 347.4 or 347 is real close to 348, where that 2-to-1 ratio was. So if we do keep pumping in the 3rd wave aggressively, 347 to 348 is the top of the pitchfork, and our 2-to-1 fib extinction and our R3 pivot, monthly pivot. Okay, so that is, 347 to 348 is another major area you want to be looking at for a resistance level. Our support down here. We also got to be aware of See, our prior highs are also real close right in there. Let's go on to the weekly chart real quick and let's look at. All right, so we got that weekly level down there. We hit into this weekly already. All right, so that's it for that. And let's go to the daily. No longer valid. We did tap that daily with this one. That's where we rejected. We've got our daily way down here, but I'm not going to mark that out just yet. Actually, let's hide the weekly and let's mark that daily. And you can see there's almost double dailies there, even though we wicked the first one technically. But there's a lot of support down there, is what I'm trying to say. One hour chart. I'm going to get rid of this anchored VWAP. We can do, and actually I forgot to talk about this. On Bitcoin, anytime you put in a major low like that, you can pull an anchored VWAP from that low and see where that is. So real quick, let's do that on Bitcoin. Anchored VWAP from here. Okay, look at it. It's in one of our boxes. So that here, let's just add, so that's the SFP, and then a VWAP. Okay. Back to XRP. Man, this is pretty bullish, but we could do a channel from the high to this higher low here. Let's bring it up to this. I know this chart looks really messy, guys. Let me check a couple things out. All right, I'm going to hide this 382 now that we put that on the chart. Well, this channel does look pretty nice here. Let me check something out. Midline respected. No, that's probably better, to be honest. All right, so if we do make it back up into this band again, like if we SFP, so another local thing to be watching for is if we SFP this high into the top of the band and the top of the channel. And we would want that to happen relatively quickly here. Okay, let me get rid of the SFP now. I'm also going to hide this picture. Actually, not yet. Not yet. We got to look at a couple other things here. So our anchor VWAP is coming up close to the bottom of the pitchfork. And if we zoom out here onto the hourly, and let's just do the fib pull from the lows of here to the highs up here. Okay, that is looking really nice, guys. If we do, for some reason, see a pretty big dump, we have our golden pocket aligning with the bottom of the pitchfork, and our anchored VWAP is there. I need to make this one purple. Okay, now I'm going to hide this so it cleans it up. I'm going to hide the anchored VWAP. And I'm going to go ahead and hide the channel and the pitchfork. And let's look at this. Actually can get rid of this channel now because we busted up. We could do a range pull of just this range here. Okay, and then also our value area high is right down there as well. One hour, we are seeing bear divs here. Lower highs the momentum waves, higher highs in the price action. We even have a third drive. All of this is here. Let's go to the 4 hour. No bear divs on the 4 hour here. 2 hour. We could see a pullback from here though, guys. We did hit the 618, the 1.618 fib extinction, which is our third target. Elliott wave target. 2 hour bear divs. We have 1 hour bear divs. Money flow doesn't look the worst though. I wouldn't be surprised if we came up one more time to SFP the high that we created, this kind of parabolic wick high. 12-minute money flow is coming back up. Oh, honestly, on the 12-minute, it looks like we're starting to form a sort of channel here. So if we go from here to here and bring it up to here, yeah, we can just grind slowly up in here into the top of the channel and hit that. Looks like the midline's kind of just chopping, holding us down for now. This is just very local channels. I'm just starting this. But see, oftentimes when you guys see me post channels in Discord, I'll post it when it first starts forming. And then sure enough, for a full day, we'll kind of chop in it. And people say, how do you find these so early? It's because I can just kind of see, like, look at this. Higher low here. And it just looks like it could be an ascending channel to the upside. After we got a push down, oftentimes you'll kind of just grind up in this channel like this. Okay, XRP. Let's zoom out. So 347 to 348 is a major resistance up there. That was the top of the pitchfork, the 2 to 1 fib extinction ratio. And then we got these two levels to the downside. If we do drop lower, we could do the golden pocket pull from the lows of, or from the start of 3 to the potential end of 3. All right, gosh, yeah, look at this. This is so nice. Our value area high of our major range here is at the retest of the value area high. So, dang it. Actually, would trade these as two different things. So I would do it like this here. Value area high slash G. Okay, let's hide that. So that's pretty good for now to the downside. To the upside, well, we did have our pitchfork top up there, and really we're in price discovery, so we could do, gosh, there's not much here to look at. I mean, all right, I do see one other possible pitchfork that we could do. We could do it from these lows, which were the lows of the range, to the next major high, down to, let's see here. That one does have nice respect, but we're already breaking to the upside. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, that's what I'd be looking for. The SFP of the local high. If we come higher, it's that 247 to 248 cents. 4 hour, nothing. Let's look at the daily real quick before we move on. Yeah, we do have potential bear divs forming. So higher highs, now that we've made higher highs in the price action, we are possibly forming lower highs in the momentum waves. I would still expect a third wave up though, because you see our 1, 2, 3 now. You'd expect a fourth wave correction and then a fifth wave to end it. And then we could see our big bear divs, daily bear divs play out. So 347 to 348 is where I'd be really looking for a short on XRP, like a bigger short. All right, that's XRP. Next up, we're going to do Theta. Ooh. All right, so it looks like I did some recently here. Let's zoom out to the weekly. Weekly resistance level above us. And we do have a weekly open here. Now, we're only halfway through the week yet, but that could be a potential support level there. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to leave that one on there because it looks like this anchor VWAP from this low here at the bottom of the pitchfork, it is holding a support. Now we're seeing wicks past it, but well, those are weekly wicks, so actually that's quite a ways. So I don't like that. All right, let's go to the daily. I mean, I guess they're not so bad. Daily up here. Daily down here. I see almost a bull flag type structure. If we go from high to high or low, let's bring it down to the first major low. Yep, okay, that looks good there. You can see it almost does look like a bull flag. The pole, here's the flag here, but I don't like how long the flag is getting. Let's look at our volume. I mean, it does make sense though. Volume is increasing during the whole pole. During the flag formation, volume is decreasing. So this could be a legit bull flag. I still wouldn't trade it solely as a bull flag, you guys. But looks like we're also about to break out. If we break this midline, this pitchfork midline, and it's right around the top of the channel too, we could see a move up very, very quickly to the top of the probably this pitchfork band resistance up here at like 360-ish. We still do have the weekly before though. So let's do some analysis there on that. All right. We're going to do a golden pocket pull from the high of the flag to the lows of the flag. And our golden pocket, we did not hit our golden pocket yet since coming up there, so that's there. We do have a liquidity grab right around there as well. It's a little bit higher. Let's look at the 786. Okay, 786 weekly. So that is going to be an area of resistance here for Theta. Let's look at this and this. Oh, and then we have an R3 pivot, or R1 pivot there as well. So yeah, this is looking real nice up here. Dang it. There we go. Okay. R1 pivot up there, monthly pivot. All right, I am going to mark out this naked daily point of control because I have a feeling it's going to be important. Let's just mark it out. Okay. Turn that off. Turn that off. We do kind of like Bitcoin. We have a smaller range from December 20th on. We can do the pull there. We're at the value area. So right now we are at a key resistance. So I can already tell you it looks like it's a golden pocket. If we do from the last major daily high to the last major daily low here, turn on our golden pocket. Yeah, we're at the golden pocket. We're at the value area high. We're at the pitchfork midline, and we're at the top of the channel. So this general area here is a possible rejection area. If we break out of this, we can go pretty high pretty quick. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that for a second. So we're at resistance now, but let's see how it let's see. We did have, no, we didn't have bull divs on the daily here. Daily, I mean, we did get the green dot yesterday, or the day, yeah, yesterday, and our money flow is starting to curve up here, so it is looking kind of strong on the daily. Let's zoom into the 4-hour chart here, and let's kind of correct this range from here. Okay, so check this out, you guys. I knew that naked daily point of control was going to be important. We have our point of control of our range since December 20th here. So that naked daily point of control at 217.5 is also our point of control of the range of mini days of a month and a half or so of price action. All right, so that's definitely an area to be watching for a support if we drop from where we're at now. If we reject here, come down, this is going to be an area to be watching, and then we would watch for a breakout there. 217.5 is our first local support. If we do a golden pocket pull of the lows of the move from a couple days ago to the highs that we made just now. All right, and then this does look nice here. This box here, it's going to be our value area low of that range into our daily. Now, I know this is kind of a big zone for an altcoin, but we have our golden pocket there, our daily, and the value area low. So oftentimes you'll wick past the value area low. Like, see how many times we wick past the value area low here into an important level. So I would expect it not to stop at the value area low, but to wick at least into the golden pocket, if not to the daily. So this is a golden pocket, value area low, and daily. But the first one is this one here, you guys. NPOC/POC. I bet you that is also our 0.5, which is a good correction target. Not quite. All right, now we can zoom out and we can pull the range, the fixed range volume profile of the entire price action within the flag. So it's also our point of control of the big range as well. And our value area low is the same pretty much as well down in this green box. I don't like that range too much. I much prefer this smaller range, actually. You could actually do it as two ranges. You could do from here to here as one range. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the second range was that smaller range there. But if we do that, look at this upper range. The point of control's up here as well. So we can add a, what we would do is do a prior range POC. PRPOC, prior range point of control. Value area high is right up there as well. So this, oh, dang it. That purple box, you guys, is going to be pretty important there. That $3 and $3.04, $3 to $3.04 is really important there. Here. Let's look at our naked daily points of control. Okay, so yeah, we do have the naked daily point of control in here. Did I mark that out? Yeah, I did. This one down here. Did I change that? Yeah. Oh wow, we even have a naked weekly point of control up here. So this box is really nice resistance. At $3 to 304. That is such nice resistance there. I might be looking for a short up there. Actually, I'm going to put an alert on this weekly. I'm going to change this back to the day. And a pivot point up there. Wow. Okay. Did I already mark that? Oh, I did. Never mind. All right. Duh. But it's still really good. So we got our two local supports to the downside. Now, if we do reject from where we're at now, because it is a valid resistance level right now, I'm not going to put a box here because we're here now. We have our pivot point here. We have our pitchfork midline. We have the top of the channel. We have a golden pocket. We're all there right now. If we do reject from there, it is possible that we can come down to, well, we have our first two green boxes of support. We do have our anchored VWAP down here, which is at the naked daily point of control. That's at 197. I'm not going to put a box there, but be aware of that. And then our last, this pitchfork midline. Geez, I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't mark that out actually. Okay, that's it for Theta. Let's go now into WIF. Weekly chart. Oh, is this it for WIF? I guess so, yeah. I guess WIF hasn't been around that long. Weekly up here. Let's mark these out real quick. I'm also going to do this weekly here. And all I'm doing is marking the spot where the candle open closes at the same level. And on the weekly time frame, that's considered a weekly support. If you go down to the daily time frame and you see that same pattern, that's considered a daily level. So we have our daily. Nope. Did we touch that? No, we did not. Okay, so we do have a daily down there. I'm not going to mark this daily because it's right next to the weekly. The weekly is more important. We do have this daily up here, which could be very important. Looks like it might be a golden pocket area. No, not golden pocket area, 786 area. Maybe golden pocket. Let's see. I'm not going to mark this daily because the weekly's there before it. I will mark this out, but who knows if we'll use it. See anything there? All right. Gosh, we could pull the range of all of this. Like from here. Yeah, it is being respected. I mean, we did bounce from the value area low. So our value area high is around the daily there. And then I bet you that's a golden pocket close by too. So let's check that out. So from the high to the low. So our golden pocket's up close to our weekly, but let's look at this move. This move is a giant move. So this might be a log pocket. 70%. No, I wouldn't use it for 70%. It's getting there, but okay, so right away. Weekly into golden pocket up here. That's a resistance that I'm looking at right now. Let's turn these on real quick. Okay, I do like, as far as naked daily points of control, I like this one right here because we would do a liquidity grab into it. So I'm going to mark that one out. And real quick, let's do this while this, and our pivot point is there up. Okay, we do have a pivot point at this one, so let's mark this one out. And while we're here, I am going to do a Fibonacci pull from the last daily high to the daily low. And yes, we do have a golden pocket at this naked daily point of control here. So I'll mark that one out. Dang it. Stop moving on me. The other ones, I'm not. We could mark this one to the downside next to our big, huge weekly range. And this one is next to our value area low as well. We have a lot here. Actually, let's check out weekly points of control. So yeah, that's a daily and a weekly point of control there. This one. I'm going to change it to a naked daily and slash weekly. Okay, that is a big one. As far as our other naked weekly up here. Okay. Pivot points. We just got the one marked out here. So this naked daily here is also a pivot point. Monthly pivot slash naked daily POC. And I do believe that was our 0.5. Let's just take this same golden pocket and let's change it to the 0.5. Nope. God, that looks so far away. Okay. Up here, this is always important, you guys. Our last big daily high. So we can have the SFP of the daily high into the daily that's above us that's naked. All right, now let's clean some of this up. I know how messy this looks. I'm going to hide the weekly now that we have it mapped out. I'm going to hide this now that we have it mapped out. Okay, so the very, very first local level we're looking at right above us. We do have our local golden pocket into a naked daily point of control. And then the next thing, so I'm going to hide this now because we got that. We have our swing failure pattern here of the last daily high into a naked daily point of control, just like, well, the other one's just a daily, not a naked daily point of control, but there, so SFP into naked daily point of control. Man, Theta's or whiff is beat down, and we're near the lows, man. That's daily bull divs. Look at this. Lower lows on price action, higher lows. This could still be a decent long if you are bullish on the market and you're bullish on whiff. Now, I don't meme coins after they go out of style, they often don't pump unless they come back in style for some reason. So I don't know if this is going to come back up, but we do have daily bull divs confirming at pretty much the lows of the coin. Let's look at the 4-hour. Not 4-hour bull divs. 4-hour is topping out. What I would do is I would do a range from here to here. Fixed range volume profile. Okay, so this is also a range POC. I'm just going to put a normal POC there as well. And then this up here is a value area high up here, the range value area high. Okay, now I can get rid of this range now that we looked at that. I'm going to hide. Naked weekly and daily are very close together. We have to map those out. Okay, so that's that. That's resistances above. I've got a lot of them. Now, to the downside. Well, first off, let's hide a lot of this stuff now that we've got our boxes. Clean up this chart. This weekly we're coming up to at 210 is kind of an important SR flip level as well. All right, let me zoom back out to the daily, and we're going to look at this daily bearish pitchfork. So, bearish pitchfork, you want to bring it from a high. So we're going to go from this last big, huge daily high down to the lows of the daily, up to the highs of the daily. Let's change this to an original pitchfork because we're so bearish. All right, yeah, that looks very nicely respected, actually. Now let's zoom into the 4-hour and let's take a look at this pitchfork. Okay, so I already can see this purple box here that we had. It is aligning with the top of the pitchfork. So we're going to add here pitchfork as well. So yeah, that 190 area is looking like our next possible resistance just above us. Did I mark out the golden pocket there? Is that a golden pocket there? It's probably 7/8. Nope. Yeah, it's a golden pocket as well. Okay. So this 190 is a strong resistance. Oh, I did mark it out. I can't even remember what I'm marking. We're looking at so much. To the downside. Okay, we have enough resistances to the upside. To the downside, we're trying to flip our upper band to support right now. If we do, we'll continue up to 190, which is a resistance to be watching. So now let's do a Fibonacci pull from the lows to the our current highs. Okay, our golden pocket is right between our naked. So this whole area, I know this is going to be kind of a big box, you guys, but we have our naked weekly and a naked daily in the same spot, into a golden pocket, into a fresh naked daily. So this is a big, so we got a daily, naked weekly POC. I'm just going to leave it as naked weekly POC, even though it's also a naked daily. And then GP, golden pocket. Okay, so that's our first support. I mean, really, technically, the bottom of the band could be our first support too. And I bet you if we do a Fibonacci pull from these highs to these lows, and let's look at the 0.5 correction ending area. 1, 2, I don't think our third wave is done yet. If this is the start of an impulse to the upside, we could see it like this. 1, 2, 3 was probably going to come up to here, reject down 4, and then 5 we might end up, at this weekly here or up here. We'll have to see how that looks. Honestly, WIF does not look near as strong as some of these other coins, so I'm not going to spend too much more time on it. So we have our one support below us. Let's mark that as green. And then the 786 of this, 786 is at our other naked daily. So I'm going to do this here. Naked daily point of control / 786. Okay. And then if we really want to go one more level lower, we could swing fail pattern these lows into the pitchfork midline at 135.5. And it would take us some time to get down there too, so that would make sense. All right, that is WIF. Let's now go into Popcat. Okay, and after Popcat, I'm going to end it, and I'll continue with some more tomorrow, you guys. Oh, it looks like I did some stuff on Popcat here already. Let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, we got our weeklies mapped out already. Oh, I think I was doing this for someone just the other day, and looks like we did bounce from our golden pocket and bottom of the pitchfork. Let's mark out one more weekly real quick right up here. I'm going to delete this now that we did that. Okay, so right away I can see we're trading within the kind of at where resistance of the pitchfork band. The lower band of the pitchfork is acting as a resistance now, and it's rejecting us. But if we do break this to the upside, we have a daily into pitchfork midline up here. And let's do our golden pocket pull from the last big daily high to the low. And let's look at our golden pocket. Okay, our golden pocket is closer to this area here. So if we do really pump, we have our golden pocket into our pitchfork band up here. Okay, we do have this daily down here. And we have this one up here, but I'm not going to mark that. That's too far away for now. And actually, I think this daily here is an old daily. But look at it's also a very important SR flip level. So I'm going to change that from a daily to an SR flip level because look at it was acting as support all through here. So now it can act as resistance. Yeah, resistance here, support here, resistance here. So yeah, it is an important level. You know what? I also see here a channel. So from this high to here, let's bring it down to this low here. Yep, very nice. Okay, I got to clean some of this up so you guys can actually see this channel. We're rejecting from the band right now. So if we reject from the band, well, before we look into this channel, the top of this golden pocket and the pitchfork band is about the top of the channel. So this area in general is going to be a resistance. I'm not going to write everything in there. It's just that's our resistance. This is going to be a resistance here. Down below us, if we zoom into the 4-hour chart, we can look at this range that's forming right here on the 4-hour. So you could do a fixed range volume profile of this here. We are trying to hold our value area high, a bullish retest of our value area high as support. Okay, let's do a Fibonacci pull from low to high here. Okay, so we do have the bottom of the pitchfork around our golden pocket. So local support level is going to be the golden pocket into the bottom of the pitchfork. And then if we do a smaller golden pocket pull from just the last 4-hour move up, our POC is the golden pocket here. $0.55 is our first level of support because it's also our POC of our small range. If we break that, we're going down to the bigger golden pocket at 53 cents, 53.17 into the bottom of the pitchfork. And then, of course, we've got this much bigger channel to the upside, but Popcat looks, some of these coins look really bearish compared to some of the other coins. Like XRP's pumping like crazy, Solana's pumping like crazy, AVAX. I mean, some of the big coins are pumping like crazy. These guys right now, because they're meme coins that have come out of style, there's not much in them right now. You could do a range of this prior range here. You could look at your volume level. So we have our value area low aligning with this box here, about the pitchfork midline and the SR flip level. And the value area high of that range is in this box here. So these two are resistances here. All right, let's just zoom out onto the daily real quick and let's look at this. So we are seeing daily bull divs though, and this is what you do want to see. So if we come down to that 53-cent level again, God, I might even put an alert there. 53 cents here. Add alert. So long for daily. Okay, 53 cents. We could see that would be our golden pocket retrace into the bottom of the pitchfork. And since we are confirming daily bear divs, if we do come down there, I would even long it up to this 71-cent area. That's just a super nice long. Of course, you would have to put your stop below. Like if you long this here, you would put your stop. I would probably put it below the next very local low. Jeez, what is going on here? So I would put it below this low at the value area low, and then you would bring it up to pitchfork midline here. That's still almost an 8-to-1 risk reward ratio there. So, yeah, just with the daily bull divs here. Let's go out onto the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. Oh, we don't have enough time to look at the weekly. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So we were seeing 4-hour bull divs, higher highs, momentum waves, lower highs here, and it's starting to play out. So actually, I mean, overall, this is not a bad area to long. If it's low leverage spot long or spot buys, we're in kind of a bottoming out phase here. And we do have bull divs on higher time frames. Money flow doesn't look the best, and momentum's topped out on the 4-hour. So 53 cents looks like the level. If you missed the lows, 53 cents would be a good area to long this to bring it up to 71 cents. Okay, so that's Popcat. You guys, I gotta get going. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.